The possibility of a new round of stimulus checks could be approved on Capitol Hill as a second coronavirus relief package gets closer to passage. Now, leaders from both parties say they're making significant progress on the long-awaited pandemic aid. ABC's Faith Abube has the latest now from Washington, D.C.
Congressional leaders appear to be uniting over a nearly $900 billion bipartisan COVID relief package. Aid long overdue for tens of millions of Americans suffering from the harsh economic fallout of the coronavirus pandemic.
I think it is in the oven being baked as we speak, and I hope it comes out soon.
Current talks include discussions about potential direct payments to low-income Americans.
The American people can feel confident that meaningful help is on the way.
It's a race against a deadline lawmakers backed themselves into after months of failed attempts to reach a second relief deal. And now millions of Americans are facing evictions when a moratorium expires in January. And just as urgent, millions more could lose critical aid if Congress allows some benefits to expire next week.
I feel bad for my staff because they're not making money right now.
The deal House and Senate leaders are considering would add the COVID relief package to a giant must-pass government spending bill due by midnight Friday. A hopeful Senate Majority Leader suggesting a deal is almost done.
We made major headway toward hammering out a targeted pandemic relief package that would be able to pass both chambers with bipartisan majorities.
We are close to an agreement. It's not a done deal yet, but we are very close.
Democrats were originally insisting on more aid, particularly for states and local governments. But that part of the relief bill appears to be on the back burner now that the Republicans are also temporarily dropping their demands for liability protections for businesses from COVID-related lawsuits.
The stimulus package is encouraging. I compliment on the bipartisan group on working together to get it done.
An unlikely pair, Senators Bernie Sanders and Missourian Josh Hawley, have been key in getting a second round of stimulus checks in the latest relief bill. The Republican and Democrat are threatening to hold up the latest bill, though, if lawmakers do not cut Americans another check.
I don't know why the Senate would pass hundreds of billions of dollars in spending for this or that interest group, for governments, for businesses, and give nothing to working people. It's insane. And I think standing up and saying that, having Bernie Sanders stand up and say it with me, the two of us together, saying that and saying we're going to draw a line here, and if there isn't direct assistance in the bill, we're going to have a big problem. We're not going home for Christmas. That's the position we've taken, and I hope that's helped.
We know lawmakers are also discussing a short-term $300 unemployment benefit that could run through March, but the specific language surrounding it is still being worked out. The United States could soon have an additional COVID-19 vaccine option. Tomorrow, an FDA advisory committee will meet to discuss the Moderna vaccine. Earlier this week, doctors reported it to be roughly 95% effective. The vaccine will be key in more rural areas because it doesn't need to be kept as cold as the Pfizer vaccine. Senior living communities are now preparing to help their residents receive the first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. KMBC9's Kelly Gibbs has more on the relief it's bringing to many right here in the metro.
Cedarhurst Senior Living has communities across the country and 4 in the Kansas City area on both sides of the state line. For months, staff and residents have been abiding by social distancing guidelines, restricting visitors, and making changes to their activities calendar to keep everyone safe.
It's been an exhausting, year for those of us in healthcare, for sure.
Now Cedarhurst has partnered with CVS and Walgreens to help their 300 residents in the metro get access to the vaccine in the coming weeks, making doses available to those who choose to receive it.
Very happy about it, and the quicker the better.
Juanita Helfers is a resident in Blue Springs who says she's counting down the days to be able to embrace her family without concern.
Hug them tight. A lot of great-grandchildren especially.
I'm anticipating another probably solid 6 to 9 months, but I can see that light at the end of that tunnel. And we're going to get there.
The vaccine rollout, a positive first step in that progression to operations that look more like normal in the coming months. Kelly Gibbs, KMBC 9 News.
Right now, leaders at the senior community say they're focusing on providing education to their residents so they can make an informed decision about the vaccine when it does become available. New data from both Kansas and Missouri show two different trends in the number of COVID-19 cases. Right now, Missouri cases are up at 3,900. Kansas has more than 4,500 cases. In Kansas, the positivity percent is dropping. Right now, it's at 14.9%. In Missouri, it's holding steady at 17.8%. New at 4, a plea from a Kansas nurse who beat COVID-19. Do not let your guard down. Stacy Kamuyu says it's something she even did, saying people in her central Kansas town got complacent about taking steps to curb the virus. Stacy started getting symptoms on Halloween. Days later, she was airlifted to a hospital and spent days on a ventilator. Her message: be responsible to help keep you and others safe.
So it just wasn't real to us, and I think it's become real. So I'm just praying that it's real to the point that people will start doing their part and, get their vaccine if they're comfortable with it and those kind of things.
Stacy's still dealing with issues from her infection. She says she will get the vaccine, and she's hoping others continue to take the steps needed to stay safe before it's available to them.